I'm going to present everybody with a couple of stories for the Daily Dose of Doom, and we're going to go to about 10 minutes instead of 6 minutes. I want to state a couple things regarding the last video I put up about Pete Santilli and the facts. I studied all of the comments, and there were people that got blocked who I happened to have communicated with through comments for quite a while. And it appears to me that nobody has respect for me doing what I do. I try to put out the truth as I see it. Now, it doesn't mean everybody has to agree with it. And as I stated in that video, it was not about supporting anyone, and it was not about defending anyone. But if people are going to come to me and say, Doom, you need to expose this guy because he is an FBI informant, here is the proof that it shows it. And I go, okay, I didn't do this, but I'm just saying, how about if I did this? Okay, I'll do that. Like some Willie Lump, Wafflehead Fred. And I go and I, start putting that information out. And then someone else comes along later, right after I do it, and they go, oh, this is a fake document. Now I'm going to feel stupid. So why don't I just research it myself and see what do I get out of it? What do I see in it? Keeping an open mind and an unbiased opinion, because why? I'm not a big Pete Santilli supporter. As a matter of fact, anybody knows that I actually called into his radio show before, and he actually kind of just a little bit semi-attacked me. Not bad. And then I was blocked from being able to post in the chat. But it's not personal. I didn't take it personal. Whatever his reasonings were, that's under the bridge. That doesn't matter. So this has nothing to do with my support or my defending Pete Santilli. If you come to my channel, you expect to hear the truth as I see it, and I leave it for you to discern. But if you're going to take moments in your comment section to thoroughly attack me and tell me that, oh, now I see you, Doom, in a different light. I see you supporting this dude or defending him, and how? All of these documents or all of this evidence that supposedly is being presented to me to, oh, I'm doing it for your own good. Well, let me tell you people out there something, just so you guys know, right? For you new people who've just followed me, and I've already stated this to many other people, many videos before, I have spent many, many years in prison. Yes, I am an ex-con. And in case you go hear it from somebody else who is trying to take me down with new subscribers, because you didn't know it, well, now you do. Right? But I still tell the truth. Just because I'm an ex-con doesn't mean I'm a liar, and doesn't mean that I'm working for the government. And it doesn't mean that I'm supporting Pete Santilli. No, I do what I do because I tell the truth, and I look for the truth, and I expose the truth. If this one particular document does not meet to the level of proof of his complicitness with the FBI as an informant, well, then I have to go with the facts. That's what the evidence shows me. But it appears that some people just don't like to hear that truth. They want to hear, let's say they were waiting there with bated breath. If I told them, oh, I'm going to review the document, let you know what I find. And then people are going, Doom, what'd you find out? What'd you find out? Oh, it's a fake. Oh, you're a liar. You're a scumbag punk. You're a supporter of Pete Santilli. What? Where in the fuck do you guys come from? That's why I said some of you people out there are getting blocked. And if you don't like it, and if anybody is going to comment and sit there and can't understand where I'm coming from, because all you care about is the truth that you want to hear, I'm going to give you the truth as it is. I'm not going to pump crap into your ears because, oh, that I want to hear. I want to hear that he's a FBI informant. That's all I want to hear. Nothing else. Well, I don't know if he is or he isn't. And right now, I really don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. I don't care. I'm not here to support anybody but myself. I get attacked by this one jerk off about Sandy Hook almost on a daily basis. Does anybody come to my defense and say, well, you know what? I know Doom has nothing to do with the NLR. I know Doom is not a white supremacist. I know this. You know what? Go back and listen to my videos. Go back and listen to them. And you're going to hear that you know what? Just because I spent 20 years in prison doesn't mean that I lost my humanity. It doesn't mean that I'm not human. You think all of a sudden when you go in there, you become unhuman. And when you get out, you're nothing but garbage. That is so wrong. That couldn't be further from the truth. I have no reason to sit here and lie to you. I have laid my history out to everybody, word for word, and never kept it hidden. But yet I still get attacked. Doom is a piece of crap. He's an ex-meth user. Yeah. He's a NLR, and he's into making methamphetamine and probably sells it to little kids, and he probably had something to do with the murders of Sandy Hook, because that's who did it. That's according to Aryan empires. That's who did it. Nazis and white supremacists. Yet, hold on. Monty Frank, the attorney who's trying to block everybody from receiving freedom of information, he's a Zionist Jew. What, you're telling me now that the Jews are complicit, or the Zionists right there are complicit with the frickin' Nazis or the white supremacists? Why didn't the white supremacist go after the synagogue on a weekend or something like that? Why did they go to a school? That's unheard of. You're trying to tell me that the racists did it. Why didn't they go after the synagogue? It's right there in town. See, you don't make any sense. You're a fool. And other people out here who can't see the real me after I've laid it out here for you, and you're going to attack me in the comment section, you're a fucking fool. And you're going to get blocked, because I'm not going to deal with idiots any longer. That's all there is to it. If you don't like how I told it to you, well, you know what? You know what? You know what you can do. You know what you can do. That's all there is to it. Huh?
I said stuff it.
That's right. The wife says stuff it. Right? There it is there. So CNN, you can see President Obama sit here talking about how, just because we want to make guns safer, or we want to create laws to make the possessions of guns safer, we're not coming after your guns. Oh, wait a minute. I seem to recall, Mr. Obama, how you said, well, if you like your insurance, you can keep your insurance. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. Excuse me. Wasn't that a lie? So I'm supposed to believe the bullcrap that pops right out of your pie hole?
If you like your guns,
yeah.
You can keep your guns.
Well, I want to hear, if you like your guns, you can keep your guns. Exactly. That's what we want to hear. But you're not going to hear that because they're coming for them, whether you like it or you don't. And I happen to find that no matter how this situation is viewed by everybody over there at the refuge section, the wildlife refuge, what I noticed is it had polarized the community of Harney County. There were people actually stepping up and going, you know what? It's a shame that these guys came in here. Although I don't agree with how they handled it, I support them. There were people supporting them. If there was not a problem in Harney County, everybody should have been, these guys are out of their mind, they're crazy. But they had supporters. They were polarizing a community except for a small few, because they had been tormented by the BLM for so long. And you got people out there that are just happy to have a breadcrumb. One lady went off and go, we worked so hard and we got this little bit back, this little trees and blah, blah, blah. So basically what you're telling me is that the BLM stole your car, but they gave you back your car door, so you're happy, right? I don't want to settle for my whole car. I'll settle for the car door. Is that what you're telling me? It's theft. They say that it's public lands. As a matter of fact, in the frickin' interview, the news report, they're stating that, well, the public owns them. They said it outright. The public owns those lands. So who in the hell put the BLM in charge? And if you're freaking gardeners, why is gardeners walking around there with guns on the side of their hip? You guys better start waking the hell up. Because now every freaking administrative agency, an administrative agency is a quasi-governmental agency. So you're going to see social security agents walking around with handguns on their sides. You're going to walk around and see Food and Drug Administration walking around with guns on their sides. This is going to become a police state by all of the quasi-governmental federal agencies. That's the freaking truth. Look at it. I'm not making it up. You saw it. It was all right there in black and white, all through the requisition paperwork. 6 billion. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? 6 billion rounds of ammunition. Oh, wow. Who was that going to? Sure in the hell wasn't going to us. 6 billion rounds. And I could be off by the estimate right there. It could be higher. Right? So ask yourself, where is this leading to? And I say, with the whole thing with the refuge right there, there are people in this country that are listening to the community of Harney County. And if it was not for the militia coming in there and telling them, you know what? If not now, then when? If not you, then who? And these people were like, oh, no, we're scared. We're scared to stand up to the BLM because we have grazing rights with them. They could take it away. And then the refuge situation happens. If this was a big psyop, well, this was a complete failure on the government's part. Complete failure. Because now you got people in the Harney freaking community in that county that they're standing up and actually not agreeing with what they did, but they are supporting them. They are stating that, man, if it wasn't for what they have done, we would have stuck our head back in the sand and everything would be taken from us. And if they don't stand up, it will be taken from them when this frickin' monument is built. And it's all due to this little pipe smoker, and I'm not talking about a crack pipe either. This dude right here. It's all going to be by him and who is controlling his actions. That is the truth. Like that, I can't even begin to, tell you how dire of a situation that we are finding ourselves in. Every time we turn around, the militias being under attack. You think that this was something right here, that this whole militia showing up there has put them in a bad spotlight, right? Or tarnished their image. You know what? Let me say this. Every time the military has went to do the bidding of the government in a war, the American people has stood behind them and supported them, even though they may have not agreed with the war, right? It's all about support. You may not agree with it, but if you support them, if you all stand up and say, we're not going to take it anymore, that is the support the whole thing needs to make their agenda crumble. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's about the support. And I appreciate all of you people out there supporting me in what I do. Because I put it out there. I'm unscripted. Unfreaking scripted every time. And I tell you exactly how it is. How I see it. You may not always agree with it. But I do tell you exactly how I feel. And a lot of times, what I'm finding? Is you guys know that I'm spot on. Spot on. Because I sit here and think about everything that we're getting raw dicked. We are getting raw dicked. Those people over there in Harney County are starting to see it. All of the timber that was taken away, people chaining themselves up to trees so they wouldn't, take it away from them. And nobody stood up. And now all of a sudden you got people that are in that community now who weren't standing up then. They're actually seeing the bigger picture because there were people like the militia came in there and explained it to them with a calm demeanor. The Idaho 3% leader right there, the ex-cop, brilliant mouthpiece right there. Brilliant. Absolutely articulate, succinct, all of that. And he made some of those people leave that meeting and tell others. That's what, you know what, you pay it forward. You pass it on, this knowledge to the next person, right? And you share it. And they did. And when the refuge situation came up, now you got farmers going up there from Harney County that are giving them food and supporting them, going, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for coming up here and standing up for us. Now we just need the community to come together all as one so the whole nation can see that there is something wrong in Harney County. If they don't stand up, people in the nation are going to believe that the refuge situation, they're out of their mind. But here's what's interesting about all of that is that we on this platform, let's say there's only 3 million of us. Let's say 5 million. There's still 314 million people in this country that are looking over at that refuge situation in the news in different ways because they don't spend their time right here in analyzing it the way we do, right? Some people say that it's a psyop. Some people are giving their support. Some people are like, well, they went about this all wrong. All depends, right? But there are people out there watching the refuge situation, and when they look over to Harney County residents and they see them stand up and say, thank you for coming and standing up for us because we were getting screwed. The people out there in the nation now go, man, there really was a problem there. Those guys really did have a reason to do what they did. But what they did is not illegal because those lands belong to the people. Equate it like this, my friends. If I own a lawnmower and it's sitting in my yard and my neighbor comes over and says, I'm going to use that. I'm going to take that. And when I go to get it back, he says, oh, no. You get to use it when I say you can. But wait a minute, that's my lawnmower. Doesn't matter. That's exactly how this is right here with the public lands. All of the public in that area owns it, but it has been taken. And they only let you use it when they say and how they say. You have to pay them grazing fees. Wait a minute, for the land we own? What, you're the gardener, but yet you're walking around with guns all on your hips like you're freaking living back in the Old West? Is it an army or are they gardeners who are keeping care of the public land? It shouldn't be no big mystery to you anymore about what's going on. The question is how many people are actually going to see the truth? So, lastly, I do have information right here that I have been looking at, just so you guys don't think that, oh, well, yeah, no, now that Doom has saw that, he doesn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. That's bullshit, because if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to come out and admit as such. But so far, I am reviewing some information about Mr. Stanley Hicks Blaine Cooper. So I could come out with that anytime, as long as I get it all connected and everything. And whichever way it's going to take me, if it doesn't prove anything or if it does, just because someone says something in a video about a name change, well, I'll go into that into another video. Sheriff Davis met on neutral ground with Ammon Bundy. Now, he's basically telling him, I am going to give you safe passage out of here. But the only problem is that the sheriff, he's not a marshal. He only has jurisdiction in his county. Now, all he can do is give them free passage to the county line. Did you ever watch the movie Rambo where, he was giving him a ride to the county line and that's as far as he was going to take him? Well, that's all he has jurisdiction to, that county line. As soon as they get to that county line and the feds are waiting for him there, well, his hands are all clean. He doesn't have anything to do with it anymore. But according to the story, they did meet face-to-face Thursday with protest leader Ammon Bundy to try to bring a peaceful end to a week-long occupation of Mulhauer National Wildlife Refuge. He says, I'm here to offer you safe escort out. Yeah, Okay, well, like I said, to the county line is as far as you can take them. Whatever happens after that, well, you have that's not on you, isn't that right, sir? Okay, well, and lastly, everybody, look at all of the videos I did about the Statue of Liberty, how it is the god Helios, dressed up to be looking like a woman, but it's actually none other than Saturn Kronos. It just so happens that the Colossus of Rhodes that was broken in pieces way back almost a couple of thousand years ago, that statue was indeed Helios, right? And just you can see right here, Helios, the sun god, and they're talking about it all right here about the project launched to revive the Colossus of Rhodes, huge statue of the sun god Helios. I have proven unequivocally that the sun god Helios is none other than Saturn Kronos. So tell me, what is this big push between the Freemasons and the Vatican, as I've already showed you who exactly they worship? What is going on, folks? What is going on when they're trying to? Why not another statue? Why not, you know what? Hey, go to the Vatican or something and start building up some of those statues that have been broken up in marble over the years, like the Statue of David or some of the other statues. No, oh, absolutely not. We are going to put his legs one on side of the other in a V shape like a pyramid, and it's going to have the rays of the sun. Why would you be paying tribute to this certain individual at this time? Just like we saw the warnings in the crop circles talking about Enki, Ea, Saturn, Kronos is Ea, Enki. He is returning. Then the other crop circle telling you, beware of those bearing gifts, right? Beware of those bearing gifts. Then they smother you with a 3-part series about Corellin and, yes, the return of the god. Well, their god, the one that they want you to know about. And he's coming back to basically take the children. Just like the Pied Piper on the Economist magazine right there. I've already proven that the Pied Piper and the god Pan, Ea, Enki, are all one and the same. They're trying to tell you something through all of this information. You just have to be able to see it. Do you see it? So, what can we expect? Well, I know there's a big push for all of this Saturn stuff, and to me, it's one of the most alarming things that I can think of. You know, bar all of this stuff about guns and stuff, no matter how it turns out, it's going to work itself out. Either there's going to be a revolution, there's going to be a civil war, or they're actually telling the truth that they're not coming for the guns. Whichever way, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is if they have the ability to revive somebody who has been long dead for years. How about by actually going back in time? What if he's not dead? Going back in time through a portal and bringing him back before he would have been cast down into chains by his son Zeus. Do you see what I'm saying? I know it's only a possibility, and it sounds absolutely insane when you think about it. Even to me, when I hear myself say it, just like, do you actually believe that, Doom? Speaking in the third person, it's crazy. It is. But it is damn possible. Nothing surprises me anymore. I just showed that the Coca-Cola presentation over there in Times Square, wherever it was, showing you, that's right, the portal. Then you see the portal over there on the freaking Hoover Dam, right? Showing you the infinite inspiration, the infinite that is attached with the god Ea, Enki, who is Baphomet. That's who they secretly worship, right? All of this. How about the Black Knight with the Pepsi commercial? We have been watching you. We've returned. We will return and show ourselves. All you have to do is give us the sign. There have been sign after sign after sign, and now they want to talk about this project to revive the Colossus of Rhodes and pay tribute to the god Saturn. What do you think all that means? Well, I will be glad to respond to the comment sections where people are respectful and they can, you know what? You can disagree with me, but it doesn't mean that you have to attack me and call me a piece of shit, an asshole, a fuckhead, a dipshit, all of that different stuff. You know what? Save all that. I'm blocking you. Even one word. I don't care how long you've been with me. I don't care. Gone. You know, you can sit here and talk about how all the free speech that you want. But as soon as somebody does something that you don't like, and it's automatically impinging on their right somehow, their freedom of speech. Shut up. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Get out of here. Why? He's just got as much free speech as you do, right? So that's all I'm saying. Everybody be fair to each other. What is wrong with it? It cost you nothing. It cost you nothing in life to show other people some form of respect. That's all I'm saying. I try to respect everybody out here. Tell me, anybody at all, tell me in the comment section where you have seen me being disrespectful on purpose. I may go off on somebody. I may go off after they have pushed me to the limit. You know, push my buttons. You know, a lot of people think that just because I'm out here and I care about everybody, that I can't flip a switch. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying, right? So, be fair to everybody. That's all I can say.